I didn't expect to be invited to my ex-wife Julia's wedding. We'd been divorced for just over a year, and although we hadn't ended things on terrible terms, the silence that followed made the distance between us feel permanent. So when the cream-colored envelope with her new fiance's name embossed in gold landed in my mailbox, I stared at it for a long time before opening it. I don't know why I decided to go. Maybe curiosity, maybe closure, maybe a quiet, foolish hope that things weren't really over. Julia was always ambitious, even when we were young and broke. I remember her saying, "We won't live small forever." Back then, I thought she meant we'd grow together. Turns out, she meant she'd outgrow me. Her new wedding was held at a stunning vineyard estate, the kind of place that smells of old money and curated perfection. Everyone there looked like they belonged in a glossy magazine. Expensive suits, designer gowns, laughter that sounded like it had been trained for the stage. I stood near the back during the reception, dressed in a clean but modest suit. I had driven there in my 10-year-old Toyota, a cooler of homemade lemonade in the trunk, because I still ran my small farm stand business outside town. I didn't come to impress anyone, just to wish her well, but I should have known better. When Julia spotted me across the room, flanked by her new husband's colleagues and wealthy friends, she raised her glass and let out a laugh that twisted my stomach. "There he is," she said loudly, clearly tipsy. "My ex, the fruit guy, still selling peaches by the highway, I bet." The group around her roared with laughter. My ears burned. It was the kind of laughter that doesn't fade quickly, the kind that stays with you. I didn't respond. I just smiled politely, nodded once, and stepped outside for air. The sun had dipped low, casting a golden hue across the vineyard, but all I could feel was the heat of humiliation creeping up my neck. I leaned against a fence post near the parking area, wondering why I had come. What part of me thought this would offer any peace? Just then, someone cleared their throat behind me. I turned to see a young man, maybe mid-20s, clean-shaven, wearing a tailored gray suit that looked like it cost more than my truck. "You're the guy who grows the produce, right?" he asked, hands in his pockets. "I think I know you. You're the one who sells at the county market every Saturday?" Caught off guard, I nodded. "Yeah, that's me." He smiled, but it wasn't a smug smile. It was the kind of smile people wear when they've just connected a memory to a face. "You don't remember me, do you?" he said, a little shy now. "2 summers ago, I was going through a rough patch, got laid off, was living out of my car. You gave me a bag of fruit and told me to keep my head up. Said I didn't owe you anything." My breath caught for a moment. The memory flickered faintly in my mind. He looked healthier now, stronger, different. "That was you?" I said. He nodded. "It mattered, man. I didn't forget. I cleaned up, got a job, and today, I'm marrying Julia's cousin. I overheard what she said in there, and I just want you to know. Not everyone here sees you the way she does." His voice was calm but steady. "I respect the hell out of you." I stood there, stunned. Of all the things I expected that day, a moment of grace wasn't one of them. We shook hands, and he went back inside, leaving me with the weight of something I hadn't felt in a long time: dignity. When I returned to the reception, I didn't stay in the shadows. I walked back in, head held high. I wasn't rich, I wasn't flashy, but I had something most of them didn't: peace. As I made my way toward the exit, I passed by Julia's table again. She glanced at me mid-laugh, eyes widening slightly when she saw I wasn't hiding anymore. Her new husband, sitting beside her, leaned in with a confused expression. "What was that about the fruit guy?" he asked. I didn't stop walking, but I saw it. The moment her smile twitched, the color drained, and the weight of her mockery finally landed where it should have, on her. Later that week, a mutual friend told me the groom had questions. A lot of them, apparently. He'd heard more than just the one joke. He heard how she laughed at the life we built, how she belittled the kind of love that didn't come with a price tag. He saw something crack that night, not just in her image, but in the illusion she had tried to sell him. As for me, I never heard from Julia again, and I didn't need to. I drove back to my quiet home, past my fruit stand on the way, and smiled at the crates waiting for me. That night, I watched the sun set behind my field with a warm cup of tea in hand. Alone maybe, but never small, never ashamed. Sometimes life doesn't give you revenge. It gives you something better: the chance to be proud of the kind of man you chose to be, even when no one was watching.